Hey everybody, welcome back to Library Says. My name is Jamie, and today I am jumping on the tier rating bandwagon. So I've been thinking about this quite a lot because I'm seeing more and more tier ranking videos go up, and they're all very cool, and I'm watching all of them, but I wanted to put my own spin on it, my own personal video, and not a copy of something you've seen a million times already. So I'm going to possibly embarrass myself, and I am tier ranking every romance novel that I own on Kindle. I went through my entire Kindle, and here we go. This might be embarrassing. So my template that I created has 7 different categories. The best, which is obviously the best. The ones that I go back to time and time again and I love and I think everyone else should love too. Then I have problematic faves, ones that I love, but I wouldn't probably recommend to everybody because definitely they have issues, and I acknowledge that. But they are romance novels, so. Then the good stuff. So stuff that is really good, I enjoy. Meh, speaks for itself. Unmemorable, I did read, but I couldn't even really tell you what it was about, or why I read it, or what I thought about it. Trash, oh, bad, so bad. The stuff that's going to really embarrass me, I think, is going to go in there. And then I have the DNF'd category, stuff that I did buy, I did start, and I actively chose to DNF. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Here we go. First one on this list is 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I did read this, and I hated it. Sorry if you loved it, but I feel like I'm not alone. It's going in the trash. A Place in the Sun by R.S. Gray. I really love this one. I think it's gonna go in good stuff. After by Anna Todd. Yeah, I did try and read this, and I'm so embarrassed. I don't think I finished it. So I'm kind of waffling between trash and DNF because I feel like it belongs in the trash, but I did DNF it, so it's gonna go there. Alphas Like Us. So this is one of the books in the Like Us series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. If you've read them, I would love to hear what you think. I think they have gone downhill with every subsequent book. And I have actually DNF'd the last 2 in the series, which includes Alphas Like Us. But notice how I still have purchased the last 2 in the series, even after DNFing an earlier book in the series. Why did I do that? Nobody knows. Anything You Can Do, R.S. Gray. I think I liked this one, but I don't remember. Whoops. Arrogant Devil. This is a cowboy romance, sort of. I'm a big fan of cowboy romances. It's gonna go in good stuff. As Long as You Love Me. Beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. Look at that. Oh my god. And it's called As Long as You Love Me, which I think is pretty fun, but I remember nothing about it. Whoops. Aisha at Last. This is fun. This is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice with Muslim characters. Came out last year. Thought it was really interesting, but not as good as I wanted it to be. Ended up giving it 3 stars. I'm gonna put it in meh. Okay, this is where it gets embarrassing. This is Barbarian Mind. This is one of the books in the Ice Planet Barbarian series about blue aliens, and it's basically just smut. I did read multiple books in this series, but I own this one. I'm gonna put it in meh. A lot of people really love these. I didn't hate it, but I don't think it was like yeah. Then I have 2 books in the Beard series by Penny Reed, independently published romances about brothers with beards. Highly recommended. Beard Science is one of my favorites in the series, and it's gonna go in the best. And then we have Beard With Me, which I found very, it let me down. It's one of the later books in the series. Definitely the first couple in the series are the strongest. So for this one, we're gonna go to Unmemorable. Beautiful Wreck. I have recommended this one in my Beauty and the Beast retellings video, but it is time travel, sort of light sci-fi, and Vikings. It's 11th century, I think, Norway, maybe. Greenland? It's been a minute since I read it, but I loved it. It's going in the best. My wrist is going to be sore by the end of this. Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I just read this last year, and I found it very meh. Breakable is a retelling from the male main character's point of view of Easy by Tamara Weber. I loved Easy. I thought Breakable we could do without. So I'm gonna put it in meh. Sylvia Day's Butterfly in Frost. This one made it onto my top 10 worst books of 2019. It's going in the trash. Chasing Cassandra by Lisa Kleypas. That one I don't remember anything about. It's going in unmemorable. Then we have Devil in Winter by Lisa Kleypas. A problematic, highly problematic. If you're a fan of Lisa Kleypas's Wallflower series and you love that one and maybe read it many years ago, reread it now and see if you have some problems with it, because I did. But it is a fave. It's just problematic. Down and Dirty, the only book I have read in the Hot Jock series by Kindle Ryan that I enjoyed. That one's gonna go in good stuff. Duncan's Bride, highly problematic fave. Reread that one many, many times, by Lisa Howard. It was written, I think, in the 90s and is basically an arranged marriage book. It should be a historical romance, but it is a contemporary romance about an arranged marriage between a businesswoman who decides to leave her job and answer an ad for a wife of a rancher out west. It's wild. And here we go. This is easy. The one I was talking about earlier. Easily the best. Amazing. Love. Fight or Flight, I really liked a lot. The main character is a little obnoxious, but once you get used to it, that one's fun. It's very hate to love. Fires of Winter, the first historical romance I ever read. It's about Vikings. It's about a Viking falling in love with a woman who he has enslaved. Very problematic. If I read it now, I would not finish it probably, but it was the first historical romance I read, and I was 14. That's going in problematic faves. Fixer Up, I hated. It's going in the trash. Sorry, all the lovers of Fixer Up. I know there are a lot of them. Forever Pucked, one of the weaker books in the Pucked series, which are hockey romances. Very, very smutty. I like them a whole lot. They're a lot of fun. But that one's gonna go in meh. Gabriel's Inferno, published Twyfic, about a controlling and sort of emotionally abusive professor and one of his students. It's about to be a movie on Passionflix I'm very excited about. I'm gonna put that one in problematic faves. Oh, sorry. Gabriel's Promise is the last book in that same series, and it was very boring. I'm gonna put that one in unmemorable. I should have mentioned that I had 93 books in this template, so this is gonna be a long video. Gabriel's Redemption, a later book in the Gabriel's Inferno series. I'm gonna put that one in good stuff. Guilty Pleasures, I remember nothing about. Sorry. Heated Rivalry, this is an hockey romance about a Russian superstar hockey player and an American superstar hockey player who are rivals and fall for each other over the course of their careers, and it's going in good stuff. Hello Stranger, pretty meh. Anyone else finding Lisa Kleypas's new historical romances to be very hit or miss? I am. There are a couple that I really, really like, and the rest I find kind of boring. Infamy, this is a follow-up to one of my favorite new adult romances, Amor Amor by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and this one I'm putting in the trash. Shouldn't exist. Lisa Kleypas, It Happened One Autumn. I'm gonna put that one in problematic faves because I feel like the whole Wallflower series belongs in problematic faves. Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating I actually haven't read yet, which I don't have a category for, so I'm just gonna leave that sitting here. Long Way Down is a Krista and Becca Ritchie book about my favorite character they have ever created. That one's gonna go in the best. Love in the Afternoon. My favorite Lisa Kleypas series is The Hathaways. Each book's about a different sibling, Hathaway sibling. This is my least favorite in that series. Is that true? No, it's not. This is one of my favorites in the series. It's gonna go in the best. Mackenzie's Mountain, highly problematic, about a Native American man and a white woman who fall in love. It was written in the 80s, but reads like a historical romance as far as its portrayal of Native Americans and the racial dynamics in this town and the way the main character dresses. She refers to her slip as her petticoats and like doesn't wear pants, and it's very weird. I love it. I shouldn't. It's going in problematic faves. Make Me Bad by R.S. Gray. I don't remember anything about. Sorry. My favorite Half Night Stand I loved. Maybe my favorite Christina Ricci. It's going in the best. What do we got? My One and Only by Kristen Higgins. These are vet romances, I think, or like all animal themed. That might be a different Kristen Higgins series. I don't remember anything about that, sorry. Let's be real. Not Quite Perfect by Gretchen Galway. My sister and I read this one as an audiobook on a road trip, and I remember really liking it. I'm gonna put it in good stuff. Not So Nice Guy. Let's see. I liked that one fine, but it's like, I'm gonna put it in meh. Anyone else find R.S. Gray's books to be like very hit or miss? Some that are like my absolute favorites, and then some that I just was like, what did I even spend my time reading that? Maybe that's just me. On the Island, definitely a problematic fave. Teacher student. Trapped on an Island. Definitely not well written. That didn't stop me. Parental Guidance, I DNF'd. That's a hockey romance that is horrifically written, I thought. Sorry if you love it. Praying for Rain, I did finish, but I hated it. I just talked about it in my last video, my April wrap-up. That's going in the trash. Pucked Love, my least favorite book of the Pucked series. I'm going to put that in the trash. Pucked Over and Pucked Under are, I think it's Pucked Over first, Pucked Under is the sequel. My favorite couple in the Pucked series, Lily and Randy. Love them, and they are going to go in the best. Pretty in Ink is a romance with a plus-size main character. I liked a lot, but it's basically just smut, and doesn't have a plot really, and is super short. So I'm gonna put that one in meh. Pucked Up, like that one fine. It's gonna go in good stuff. Redemption is a historical romance I read in high school and read over and over and over again. It's about a plus-size school teacher who is middle-aged and has never been married, so she's considered like on the shelf or whatever. And she ends up marrying, for convenience, a widower whose son is in her class, who lost his legs in the Civil War, and so he is like a recluse and won't leave his house and stuff. And so she marries him and has to like bring life into his life again. It's good stuff. So it's going in good stuff. Say No to the Duke by Eloisa James. I loved this one. It's one of her more recent. It's gonna go in the best. What else? Scoring Wilder. Possibly my favorite R.S. Gray. It's going in the best. Seduce Me at Sunrise. One of my favorite, Lisa Kleypas. One in like top 3, Lisa Kleypas for sure. Also going in the best. Sinful Like Us. Another one of these Like Us books that I DNF'd. Stay is the WAGS series by Serena Bowen. WAGS is Wives and Girlfriends. It's a hockey player term. It might be other sports too, but hockey's what I know. And I love them. They're gonna go in good stuff. Summer Games by R.S. Gray, unmemorable. Superfan by Serena Bowen. She wrote the Brooklyn Bruisers series, which I consider the first 4 books in that series. Through Brooklyn Air, I love them. They're my favorite hockey romances. Then she continued them on in a series she just calls the Brooklyn series, but they're an extension of that original series, and they get worse and worse with every subsequent book, including Superfan with the worst cover I've ever seen. That's going in the trash. Suddenly You by Lisa Kleypas. I would consider this one a problematic fave because of the hero's treatment of the heroine. Not great, I'm not gonna lie. And I love it anyway, which I shouldn't. He's just very alpha and very my way or the highway about stuff, which is not great, but Tangled Like Us, another one of these stupid books. Why do I keep buying them? Tempt Me at Twilight, I would say is my other favorite Lisa Kleypas besides Seduce Me at Sunrise. These two? Yeah. The Allure of Julian Lefray, another unmemorable R.S. Gray, sorry. The Art of Mutual Pleasure is a historical MM that I DNF'd. The Bow and the Bell, I found very meh from R.S. Gray. This is not making R.S. Gray look good, but the ones that I love of R.S. Gray, I love. So, you know. The Chase by L. Kennedy is a college hockey romance. Are you sensing a trend here? And that one's gonna go in meh. The sequel to it, that I don't remember the name of, and I don't think I own, I think I got it from the library maybe, I loved. But this one, not so much. The Deal, I liked a lot. Also a college hockey romance. The Deed is a historical romance about a woman who, it's something with virginity. The Deed, like something, it's medieval, and she has to marry somebody. Oh, I know what it is. She was married off very, very young, and then never like saw him again, and now like for them to really, like, their alliance or whatever, they actually have to do the deed. So they re-meet each other years later. Something like that. I liked it. I remember liking it a lot. I'm going to put it in good stuff. Maybe I'll reread that one. It's been a while. The Fortunate Ones by R.S. Gray. I like this one a lot, but it has some problematic behavior. I'm going to put that one in problematic faves. Very, very much recognizing the problematic ones for sure. The Fox and the Hound by R.S. Gray. I liked. It's going in good stuff. The Goal by L. Kennedy. Like The Deal. I guess I'll put it up there with The Deal and good stuff. The Governess Game by Tessa Dare. I liked a whole lot. And same with The Wallflower Rager, which was also in that series. It's over there. The Hardest Fall is a college football romance that I was sort of disappointed with. It got a beautiful cover, though. I'm going to put it in meh. The Highlander, The Highwayman, and do I have the third one? The Hunter. Sorry, there it is. That's a trilogy. It actually extends past those first three, but I think the first three in that series are the way to go. The Highwayman's the first one. Possibly top 10, definitely top 10 favorite historical romances of all time. If you like historical romances with meat to them, and it's not like comedic and very light and modern. It's very historical. It tries to be very accurate, and the characters deal with some rough crap. The series is excellent. So The Highwayman, I'm going to put in the best. And then I think it's then The Hunter and then The Highlander. The Hunter, I would say, has some problematic stuff going on, but still good. And The Highlander, I'm going to put in good stuff. The Hookup, I hated, DNF'd for a minute there. It's all I saw on Goodreads. Everyone read it. Everyone loved it. I couldn't finish it. I thought it was so poorly written. The Red is just straight up erotica. I thought it was pretty good, all things considered. The Rose is sort of a follow-up to it that, yes, is erotica, but actually has more of a plot and has a historical element and a mythological element to it that I thought was really cool. It's sort of like erotica for nerds. That one's gonna go in probably still the good stuff, though. The Simple Wild I really liked. It's the good stuff. Summer Games, that's another one of these by R.S. Gray that I thought was unmemorable. The Thrill of It All, I got at a library book sale when I was maybe 16, and I've reread it so many times. It's my physical copy is falling apart, and then I also bought it on ebook, so I could read it whenever I wanted on my phone. That one is going in the best. Love it. Love it. The Unhoneymooners I liked a lot. I had a few issues with it, but I really did like it. I gave it 4 stars, going in the good stuff. The Wrong Game. It's Candy Steiner. She writes contemporary romances, standalones that I really do enjoy. That one's going to go in the good stuff too. Too Hard is like age gap smut. No plot, very, very short. It's Alexa Riley, if you know what that means. And it is exactly what you signed up for. It's trash. Truth or Beard is the first, I think, Penny Reed Beard book, and absolutely my favorite one of the series. Until It Fades is a K.A. Tucker book that a lot of people didn't like because it's sort of fairy tale, happily ever after. I had no problem with that. I liked it a lot. It's going in good stuff. Us Again by Elle Maxwell. I read last year. I got it on Kindle Unlimited, and it was great. I liked it a whole lot. It's a second chance romance about a man who went away to prison and then gets out and tries to woo his girlfriend from before prison. There is obviously some problematic stuff going on, but it's not like, it's not that bad. I liked it. It's going in the good stuff. Virgin River by Robin Carr. Loved the TV show adaptation. If you haven't checked it out on Netflix, I highly recommend it. But I will say, the show makes it a little more Hallmark than the book. The book is a little more raunchy, and They changed quite a lot. I actually like the show version better than the book. I thought the book was very meh. I didn't continue on with the series even though there's like 20 books in that series. So for that one, I'm going to put it in meh. Welcome to the Dark Side is super taboo, age difference, underage. I did not realize to the extent when I started reading it, and I did DNF it. It was horrific. Let's pretend you didn't see that. Well Met by Jen DeLuca. Loved it. I'm sure you've seen people talk about it. It's contemporary romance, hate to love, Renaissance fair. So good. I'm going to put it in the good stuff. Wild at Heart is the sequel to The Simple Wild, and I was just as impressed with it as I was the first book in the series, so that one's also going in the good stuff. And then Wild for You was so bad. I just read it. It was so bad. It's going in the trash. Sorry, Josh and Hazel. Just is going to hang out right there because I haven't read it. There you go. There you go. That is my tier ranking of every romance novel on my Kindle. Some are embarrassing. Some are really good books that I think you should check out. If that was horrifically boring, I'm sorry. But I enjoyed it. And if you have a tier ranking video that you've posted, I would love to hear about it. Maybe I'll go check yours out. I'm probably going to post the link to this template that I created down below if you want to go try it. Maybe you've read a lot of these and you want to tier rank them and I'm just super wrong about all of them, which is fair enough. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.